Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we delve into the latest news update regarding U.S. Representative Victoria Spartz and the intense town hall she faced in Westfield. More than 500 people gathered on Friday night to question Spartz on various pressing issues, including DOJ's federal government cuts, reigning in the Trump administration, and the recent Signal group chat scandal in Washington, D.C. The atmosphere inside the IMMI Conference Center was tense, with audience members frequently yelling over her responses and booing at mentions of President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk, the figurehead of the Department of Government Efficiency. Chants of "do your job" echoed throughout the hall and even reached protesters stationed outside. Spartz's office had originally scheduled the event at Westfield City Hall but moved it to the IMMI Center earlier in the week due to concerns about capacity. The heated reactions at this town hall mirrored those seen at other Republican-led events nationwide, as public frustration over government policies continues to rise. The National Republican Congressional Committee had advised members in early March to avoid in-person town halls due to growing backlash over Musk and DOJ's significant cuts to federal programs and contracts. Some GOP leaders have even suggested, without providing evidence, that these outbursts at town halls are the work of paid protesters. Despite the chaos, Spartz maintained her composure throughout the 2-hour session. She reminded the crowd that she shared their frustrations with the federal government but emphasized that productive discussions could only happen if there was mutual respect. "We can have a public conversation, a respectful conversation," Spartz urged at the start of the town hall. "We can't do this if you guys are screaming." Spartz has held several town halls in the past, but she acknowledged that Friday's event drew the most interest her office had ever seen. She is scheduled to hold another town hall in Muncie on Saturday. "I know a lot of you are upset, but thank you for coming," she said as the event concluded. Major topics addressed at the town hall: the Signal group chat scandal. The Atlantic recently reported that top White House officials shared U.S. military attack plans in a private group chat, which included a journalist, when a woman from Carmel asked if Spartz would call for the resignations of those involved, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. The audience erupted in cheers and applause. However, Spartz's refusal to support their resignations was met with loud boos. Trump has also publicly expressed confidence in Waltz. In a statement to Indy Star on Tuesday, Spartz acknowledged that better tools are needed to prevent similar security breaches in the future. "Resignations go to the Senate anyway," she said as the crowd shouted in disapproval. "Hopefully, they have town halls." DOJ and federal budget cuts. Throughout the discussion, Musk, DOJ, and federal spending cuts were frequent points of contention, triggering intense audience reactions. A mention of DOJ drew particularly loud boos, with some attendees standing up and making thumbs-down gestures to express their frustration. Spartz had previously announced in late 2024 that she would not caucus with House Republicans or participate in congressional committees but would instead work to support Musk and DOJ's initiatives. "My job is working with them to make sure we pass proper legislation," she explained. "We need to eliminate fraud and abuse and create a better system to monitor government spending." Tariffs on imported automobiles. Trump recently announced that a 25% tariff on imported automobiles would take effect on April 2, one of several tariffs he has introduced since taking office. Spartz was questioned on whether these tariffs actually benefit the American economy. A man in the audience asked if tariffs were essentially an indirect tax on Americans. "It depends," Spartz responded. She explained that tariffs could encourage domestic production of key goods but admitted that, in the long run, it's not a sustainable solution. Her answer was met with further shouting from the crowd. Immigration and deportation. A Westfield resident asked about the Trump administration's aggressive immigration policies and whether undocumented immigrants deserve due process. Spartz, who was born in Ukraine, responded by emphasizing that she immigrated to the U.S. legally. "People who do not follow the legal process should not be entitled to due process," she stated, prompting another wave of boos and angry shouts from the audience. Despite the tension, Spartz stood firm on her positions, making it clear that she would continue to support the policies she believes in, even amid public dissent. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.